Federal prosecutors in Seattle have charged yet another suspect in a scheme to rip off taxpayers in a South King County drainage district. Former Commissioner Alan Thomas and his wife were charged after a King 5 investigation last year. Chris Ingalls reports now a third person is accused of helping them commit their alleged crimes.
In our state, there are hundreds of small governments called special purpose taxing districts. Our investigation last year, called Money Down the Drain, found accountability and transparency problems in these types of governments like water, sewer, or fire districts. And in one particular district, King County Drainage District number 5, what we found led to criminal charges against the commissioner and now a contractor he hired.
This is Daryl Winston, the owner of City Biz, when we met him last year on the doorstep of his Renton home. He insisted contracts, like this one where Drainage District 5 paid him more than $24,000, were legitimate expenses. Winston said he used heavy equipment to clear the trenches of Drainage District 5, a publicly funded drainage system that prevents flooding in and around the city of Enumclaw. But last year, we exposed the district commissioner for allegedly diverting hundreds of thousands of tax dollars collected for trench maintenance to his private bank account.
Your district takes about $70,000 a year in assessments.
Yes.
What are you doing with that money?
Well, we have over pretty close to 18 miles worth of ditches to clean.
Alan Benny Thomas denied any wrongdoing, but 5 months after that 2019 interview, the FBI charged Thomas and his wife Joanne with cheating taxpayers out of $470,000 over 7 years. They've pleaded not guilty and are awaiting trial. But now the feds have also charged Daryl Winston with lying to the FBI. Records show he took that $24,000 ditch cleaning payment, for example, and purchased cashier's checks for more than $20,000 that he paid to Thomas, an alleged kickback with no actual work clearing trenches.
Even if you're a small little drainage district, it's not too onerous to be able to be accountable for the public dollars.
State Auditor Pat McCarthy's office has just completed an audit of Drainage District 5 under 3 new commissioners appointed after Thomas resigned. She says landowners in that farm community are finally getting what they paid for.
They've made great progress. The county council in King County stepped up.
A new state law passed after our Money Down the Drain investigation allows counties to crack down on special purpose districts that refuse to submit to state audits. And the state auditor says that has helped. There used to be dozens of these unauditable governments, as they're called, statewide. That number is now down to 15, and they face being disbanded. Chris Ingalls, King 5 News.
Daryl Winston, that contractor, did not respond to our request for comment today. In a court filing, his lawyer says Winston wants to plead guilty in this case as soon as possible.